Okay. So how do you know if your docs are meeting your users' needs? How do you know if how do you identify the most efficient places to direct any efforts you're making at improving them? In my team, we asked ourselves this question for a really, really, really long time. And I think we figured out some ways to make it happen that work, at least for us. So we use a couple of different measures to do both of these things and validate we're on the right track. So first off, we use something that's pretty common to a lot of docs, that little "was this helpful, yes or no" widget at the bottom of the page. When a user says no, we ask them a couple more questions like, why, give them a few reasons to choose from and let them leave a comment. That gets sent to a Google Sheet along with other stuff like, what page they were on and any search terms they've used. Along with that, we also occasionally, we've got like heaps of users, so we can do this very occasionally, but if you've got fewer users, you might need to do it more often. Pop up a survey that asks them whether they found what they were looking for and how satisfied they are with the whole experience of the help. And again, they can leave a comment on that too. So what do we do with all that information? First off, we use the user comments to address anything that, is a particular issue that, they've identified. A note of caution with doing it this way is this can really result in pages that are full of like tips and notes and, you put the information on the page that the user commented on just because that's where they were rather than that's where they should be when they find the information. And also some of the comments can be a little bit nasty, so you have to get a bit of a thick skin. We also learn about like the search terms people are using and whether they're performing well and whether the content on our pages is usable for actually finding information, and whether we're using the same language as our users. But the most valuable thing we do is to like aggregate this information to find out where users are having the most trouble and target our efforts there. So we look for the least helpful pages and topic areas, taking into account popularity obviously, and prioritise these for improvement, including like stepping back and rethinking not only the content but like the structure and the language that we use in those sections. So a lot of our user assistance writers' goals are actually based around improving these metrics. It's made a really big difference to us. When we started, our customer satisfaction score for like one of our biggest products was in the high 40s, but by using this approach and sort of targeting the places where users were having the most trouble, we've improved it up to like the mid 60s. So, and it's still climbing. So in conclusion, listen to your users because they know what they need from your docs. Yeah.